More than 300 languages are spoken at home in the United States of America. In this video, I'll examine which languages, other than English, are most widely spoken in the USA, and where the speakers of those languages are. The statistics in this video are taken from a report by the US Census Bureau, which records the languages spoken at home by people in the country over 5 years of age. Did you know that, unlike many other countries, the United States actually has no official language? Several states have laws which make English their official language, but there's no official language on the federal level. 8 in 10 Americans, more than 200 million people, speak only English at home. The state with the highest proportion of English speakers is West Virginia, where they make up 97.6% of the population. California is the state with the lowest proportion of English speakers. Spanish is the next most widely spoken language, with its speakers making up 12.9% of Americans. In Puerto Rico, 19 in 20 people speak Spanish at home, but the state with the highest proportion of Spanish speakers, 3 in 10, is Texas. This shouldn't be too surprising, since Texas is the American state that has the longest border with Mexico, a Spanish-speaking country. Maine is the state with the lowest proportion of Spanish speakers, less than 1 in 100. Again, this makes sense. Maine is about as far away from the Mexican border as you can get. 7.9% of Americans speak a language other than English or Spanish at home. Let's take a closer look at that 7.9% because there's a lot of linguistic diversity within it. The third most widely spoken language in the United States is Chinese, spoken by around 1 in 100 Americans. This includes Mandarin, Cantonese, and other Chinese languages. California has the highest percentage of Chinese speakers in the country, 3%. More than 2 million Americans speak an Indic language. In the most part, that's made up of Hindi, Gujarati, Urdu, Bengali, and Punjabi. New Jersey has the highest percentage of people speaking Indic languages. French is also spoken by more than 2 million in the US. Maine has the highest proportion of French speakers in the country, and it's one of 2 states, the other being Vermont, where French is the second most widely spoken language after English. These figures for French include French Creole languages. Creole languages are forms of languages which developed from close contact between different languages, typically in colonial plantation settlements. Slavic languages are spoken by around 0.7% of the US population. The majority of this is Russian and Polish. This figure is highest in Illinois because Illinois has a large Polish population. Nearly a third of Polish speakers in the United States live in Illinois. Tagalog is a widely spoken language in the United States. It's a language of the Philippines, and its standardized form is called Filipino. In Nevada, Tagalog is the third most widely spoken language, after English and Spanish. After Tagalog, the next biggest language in the USA is Vietnamese. It may seem to be a little way down the list on a national basis, but it's the third language in a fair few states. For example, Mississippi. On a federal level, Korean comes next after Vietnamese, with just over 1.1 million speakers in the US. Another 2.5 million Americans speak an Asian or Pacific Island language other than Chinese, Tagalog, Vietnamese, or Korean. The largest language within this group is Japanese, which accounts for about 500,000 speakers, while the other 2 million are made up of various other languages. Next comes German, which has just over 1 million speakers in America. Speakers of other Germanic languages, such as Dutch and Nordic languages, make up 0.2% of Americans. Next is Arabic, which is the third most widely spoken language in the state of Michigan. So these are the most widely spoken languages in the United States. But there are many others that can't fit in this video. In fact, the report from the US Census Bureau records over 300 individual languages spoken in the United States. One other group of languages it's worth mentioning in this video is the languages indigenous to North America. Although these are the languages which have been spoken in North America for the longest period of time, it's striking that speakers of these languages only make up 0.12% of the population in the USA today. But some states have disproportionately higher numbers of speakers of indigenous languages. New Mexico has the highest proportion, where 1 in 20 people speak an indigenous North American language at home. Alaska is another state with a high proportion, 4.79%, which is more than the number of Spanish speakers in the state. When studying languages, there's always a link to geography and culture when we think about how languages are different in different parts of the world, or how languages interact with each other, or how we can group languages into families. You can check out some of my related videos on these topics here. Thank you for watching this video from Philologism. Did anything in this video surprise you? Leave a comment. While you're here, like, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll get another video from Philologism every week.